So let's set up hotkeys. These are my settings. This is a picture of my keyboard, and this is a picture of my hotkeys. I do it so you have a clear vision on it and you don't have to think so much. Let's start with F1. What do I have on F1? F1, I have F1. I have snip paste. It's a snipping tool. It's snip paste. It's this one right here. This one. And for me, it's the best. Okay. Snip page number 1. This is crucial for screenshots and marking up charts and putting them on your trading journal. F2. We have our risk reward ratio where on NinjaTrader. So let's take an example here. Let's remove this. If I click F2, I will have a risk reward. So how do I do it on the how do I do it on NinjaTrader? We go here to tools, hotkeys, we go to chart, and we go all the way down to risk reward ratio, which is right here. This one right here. So number 2, we have number 3 actually. Let's put this here. We have for F3, it's the last snapshot you took. So for example, if I click F3, it will appear, let's destroy. I click F3 and it appears once again my last snapshot, okay? So it's a cool feature. If you already closed your applications and you want to have a snapshot of your last recent screenshot, then you click F3. So moving on, F4, we have path. What is path? So what path is, I like to do this. We click F4 and we now, each click is a new path. And when I double click, it ends with an arrow. That's the path, okay? How do we do it? We go here to tools, hotkeys, and here on chart, you can look at here, path, F4. You can practically, everything is on hotkeys, okay? So let's go now to F5. I have rectangle. This is crucial for setting up alerts. I would then set up alerts on later on another video. F5, we then can create a rectangle. How do we customize our rectangle? We click the rectangle, right click, we go to properties. And here you can more or less, if you like another color for the outline, let's say you like the color green, and the color area silver, you can hit apply OK, and then it will apply. If you want it for it to show always, what you have to do is again right click, click it again, right click properties, and when you hit template, you save, click save as default, and then it will automatically appear as you like. So moving on, we have for F6, we have the triangle. I use the triangle so I can know if there is acceptance. This is a term that I will eventually teach you guys how to read acceptance. For example, on this chart, we can see that we were imbalanced up above the DVA, and if I click F6, I now can see if there is acceptance on price, and we can see that there's a clear triangle. So yes, there is acceptance. But again, that's another video. Let's go now to F7. F7, we have horizontal line, and F8, it's vertical line. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. We go here. By the way, on the NinjaTrader, if you press your left button on the mouse, if you left click, you will only be able to drag side by side. If you click the control button, then you can drag it all the way. You have to leave it. You have to leave the control button and the left key of the mouse pressed, and then you can be able to move up and down and everywhere actually. So F7 for an horizontal line, F8 vertical line. Let's go now to F9, which I don't have nothing on F9 for now. So for now, we don't have nothing. F10, we have fib retracement. Why do I want this? So for example, if we want acceptance, we need at least, if we want price to be accepted outside, if we want price to be accepted outside this PVA, we need acceptance on price. What is acceptance on price? That at least we see that price gets to the middle between the PVA high and the +2. So how do we calculate that? We go to our hotkey F10 and we can calculate our 50%. And for example, let's use the path. If we can see that price goes around this area but never test the 50%, then we may not consider this accepted outside and we could see a possible return. But if we see price to get over the PVA and the +2, we can see it accepted on price, and maybe if price test the PVA high, we can see a move up, being from rotational to imbalance. Okay, how do we have and customize our Fibonacci retracement? We go here, we right click properties. So for example, here on levels, it will appear 7 levels. You hit edit and you only want these 3 levels, okay? And again, the same as we did with the rectangle. Here you can customize your colors, width, opacity, etc. Okay, and remember to template save as default so you don't have to change it again. Okay, so that's the Fibonacci retracement. Let's go now to how we create our PVAs. PVAs, which is the region highlight Y. So we click, let's remove. If I right now click the F11 key, I will activate the region Y highlight and we can see how I marked very nicely my PVA. Okay. Now let's go to the last button I have on the F12. F12 is for text. If I click, for example, here on the F12 key, it will appear and I can say we have a fresh condition shift, return pullback because we were imbalanced. We now return to be rotational. On the weekly PVA low, for example. And again, we right click properties and we can here change the font, the size, if we want it bold, etc. Okay. And now let's go to a little bit more advanced hotkeys, which are really shortcuts. We can go here to, where is it? Text. Again, we have control plus Z is the plot executions. Okay, right there. So if I click Control Z, you will see executions. I was practicing. We can see executions. And if we click it again, we can see the exact area we closed and opened the trade. Okay, so Control Z. Again, it doesn't have to be Control Z. That's preference. Okay, now let's go to the second shortcut, Control A. We can go here to chart, show chart trader. What is that, Adrian? So we go to Control A, and immediately the chart trader will appear on the right side. Okay. What is the chart trader? Chart trader, it's a shortcut, so we don't have to click hit chart trader. It's just easier to just Control A, Control A. Okay. So chart trader is where we will be executing our trades. Okay. So now let's go to the last shortcut, which is Control plus alternate plus shift flat everything. So why do I do this? I do this because there are sometimes that the data on prop firms, simulated accounts, etc., will be lagged. Okay. And we want to protect ourselves. And in that occasion, we have to just simply close all our trades because we're professional traders. We cannot just assume, okay, let's see if no. If there is problem with data using prop firms, we have to close our positions. So I put a bit more complex hotkey. We will see it now. We go to tools, hotkeys. We go to order entry. No. We go to global, and under orders, we're gonna click flat everything. I have Control Alternate Shift plus F. I make it a hard, kind of a difficult shortcut because I don't want to make it an easy shortcut that maybe I click Control 1, which is an easy hotkey, and then I flat everything and I didn't mean it. So that's why I have it a little bit more complex. So again, this is my hotkeys. These are my hotkeys. And again, there's a hotkey F9. I still don't have it marked because I want to have the hotkey to remove drawings. I wanted to make it quicker. I still don't have that setting, but again, I'm learning, I'm documenting the journey, and I still don't have it. Okay, but as soon as I have it, I will put it on my Instagram. By the way, follow me on AE_trades. And again, just so for the new people, I am documenting the journey from being down a bit more under 3K to 100K, and I am documenting the whole journey. Why do I do it? Because I want to let you know that you're not alone, that it's possible. You believe in yourself. Okay, so if you like it, like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.